Hi everybody, part 2 of the Natural Healing Ninjas. Say hello to Christine and
Laura Lee.
Laura Lee. So we're talking about right now, this is part 2. We have to talk about, what's this hat about?
My hat, I just got, it's brand new for me. This weekend I went to a Unity tour. It's a tour group of people that care about freedom in the country of the United States of America. So they're taking on 33 cities, no, 50 cities in 33 days. And so they're going around the country and they're just asking the locals what's up, what's going on. We can talk about anything. So I went on Saturday with the question is, how do I wake up my neighbors and stuff to stick up for themselves?
Well, what does it say on it?
It says screwbiggov.com, by the way, if you want to look it up. And then there's know your oath, rememberyouroath.org. And those are two things that you can go to for resources to be able to hold accountability for your city and your county leaders, because the leaders are failing on their jobs miserably. And when you start going to these meetings, you'll find out. So he recommends that if 30 people show up at these meetings, and they're only once a month at the city and once a month, same day at the county here in San Luis Obispo, and you show up and you talk about the same thing. Now what is really on the hot spot right now is the immigrant situation. We're
the forced immigrant.
Right, which is, tell me the difference. We're a sanctuary city. What that means is come one, come all, and we'll finance you. And that's what's happening in Springfield,
where are they getting
Ohio.
the money from?
From our government, from the Biden and Harris administration.
Our taxes.
From us, exactly. So there's a big problem in Springfield. You should go to Springfield, Ohio. The title of the YouTube is, I'm not sure, I'll put it in the description though, but it says that is your town next, because it is an invasion. It's an immigrant invasion. That's how they feel in Springfield.
Yeah.
And it's not the immigrants' fault. It's our leaders' fault, because
they're getting paid off. They're getting paid off.
Our social systems cannot handle the pressure, and that's the plan. That's like an art of war. But what we're recommending to do is to show up at your city council meetings and your county supervisor meetings and your school boards with 30 of you. Get committed 30 people in your community to show up at these meetings once a month and bring up the same topic until they do something about it. Because we can't get on the agenda, the public can't anymore, which is illegal, unconstitutional. They're breaking rules all over the place, but people aren't watching them. There's only like 2 of us, 3 of us maybe, watching, and we're trying to get more people into these rooms.
They're getting paid off for
city leaders.
City leaders and county leaders are getting paid off for this.
Totally paid off. So
and they're kicking elderly people out of these hotels so that they could put these forced immigrants into the hotels. And they're the hotels, they're paying more, the government, which is our tax dollars, paying more for the
immigrants to rent it instead of the locals.
The locals are elderly or
disabled or homeless
or vets.
That's all the people who are vulnerable in our society are getting wiped out by bringing on people from other people's society. They should take care of their own stuff. They have their own resources. What are they doing on our back?
And why are we paying?
And we're getting sick of it. And Trump is sick of it a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I'm sure some other leaders were too. But he's trumping about it, which is good for him, right? But people are wanting to they're apathetic. That's the biggest problem with the Unity
tour. Because they're mind controlled.
They're mind controlled and hypnotized through TV. That's how I'm looking at it.
TV and foods. And the chemicals in our water.
Right? The dummy down. People
and
don't have it in them.
You know, good old Coca-Cola or whatever it is that
poison
they're drinking
cola.
Is poison.
Tide, what you put on your body.
We have a whole segment on laundry too.
Right, products that you put on your skin. That's pretty intense what they're doing. So we're getting hit by all this stuff, but we don't have to get hit with any of it. Start taking care of yourself. Start educating yourself.
Researching.
Look at the ingredients. Ask your doctor, what the heck. Read the insert. Take your power back. You give it away. If you're not running your own ship, someone else is.
Right.
And we don't want that.
And do you want the government to run you? I don't think so.
You know, it would be sort of okay if they did a decent job.
But they're not.
They're doing a
They're not of
they
integrity.
don't
They're
like
not
us.
of integrity.
They don't like us.
No.
They want to wipe us out.
But they want more the money than they care about us.
That's their carrot. What our carrot is we care. We care about people. We love life, and we love people, and we want them to thrive, and to watch them dive is really
now,
painful.
what about this forced immigration in Ohio? Who were the people that they were trying to, that are moving into these
The
hotels?
Haitians are moving into Springfield, Ohio. They started with 500 of them because they got new factories in, so the locals thought no problem. And they're telling the national news that the locals don't want to work. That's not true, because if you're in crisis emergency status, you get the first take at the jobs. So the Haitians are taking all the jobs from these factories, and the locals don't even know they're available because the job comes and goes.
Oh.
And so they're making the locals look like they're just lazy and they don't want to work. That's not true. The other thing is they started with 500 in a small kind of way, piece by piece, and then it went up to 2,000. And now it's at 20,000
Immigration.
Haitians. So these people
In a
are in these
small
neighborhoods.
town?
In Springfield, Ohio, 50,000 people. They got 20,000 Haitians now. They're coming in and they have cash on their cash cards that you get from the government, like $29,000 on cash help, and then also on their food stamps they have like 16,000, 13,000 on their food stamps. That's unheard
Oh my
of.
God.
We might get $100, $300 maximum, but we don't get 13,000 nothing. So they're buying houses in Springfield, Ohio, and booting out the renters that have been renting for years because the landlords are getting 3 times by the city council, by the way.
Our tax dollars.
In Springfield, the city council of Springfield is paying for the Haitians to move into these houses because they're giving them 3 times the money, the landlords.
Oh my goodness.
So the landlords are selling out the
Oh
locals
my
too. The locals find themselves, this guy goes, I found myself, for one thing, we had a mixed variety of people. We had blacks and Mexicans and whites and all sorts of people. It was a melting pot there in Springfield. Now it's all Haitian. It's all Haitian.
Wow.
And they're driving SUVs, $150,000 cars. Are they working in the factories? We're not even sure. Yeah, some of them probably
Here in
are.
California,
But
they're
don't
giving $150,000 to these immigrants, these forced immigrants, to buy homes. That's their down payment. And for a veteran or somebody, a white person or whoever,
American. They're going after Americans. Yeah.
American wants to get a house, they don't have a down payment.
Can't get a house, yeah.
But these forced immigrants are getting $150,000 in California.
And they're
Where are they
thinking-
getting the money? It's our
from our
tax
government.
dollars.
But they're thinking, God, America's great. Look at all this money I got on this card. It's so simple. I can buy a house. I got this car. But they also know they're doing something diabolical. Because when this guy went, boots on the ground is what I look for in news. People who are willing, like us, going boots on the ground. He's saying he showed up at the little center for the Haitians to come through and do their thing. And they all scattered and said, we got to go. So he was standing there like 10 people, and all of a sudden he's the one standing there alone, going, what the heck is this? None of them would talk to him at all. And then when Trump went on there and said they're eating cats and dogs, by the way, they are, because a local said, we had feral cats all over here, and Calico Cats was taking care of it, spading them and neutering them, because it was such a problem. Now there's no cats. And our geese are gone. And our ducks, we have this pond, tons of ducks in the parking lot, and now they're all gone. And they did say that the culture of Haitians they eat ducks and they eat cats and they just eat things, and they do voodoo things on stuff too, rituals and stuff. So they're just sort of like a boiling pot over there, and we other Americans need to pay attention, because what they do is they have available housing that the locals need to move into. And like right here, it's vacant here in San Luis Obispo where I lived in affordable housing, Section 8 kind of housing, and 8 apartments are available right now. That's unheard of. There's so many people that need housing. Why are those standing empty? Because what they do is that 20,000 that moved into the Haitians into Springfield, they do them all at once. So all of a sudden, boom, you got 20,000 people you got to deal with. And that doesn't count their children or the other people that they're sending money to Haiti and then they're shipping more people over here.
Haiti.
To Springfield, Haiti, yeah. So and Haiti's not an enemy or anything. It's a diabolical plan. Art of War, read the book, it's in there. It's a thin book. It doesn't take much.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So that's definitely
but this is happening, I hear this is happening all over the world.
all over the world and all over America.
They're breaking us up.
They're wearing us down. But guess what? We get more sparky. When we get worn down, we get more sparky.
That's what the natural healing ninjas do.
Right, exactly. And you know why? Because we're healthy. Because of that, we're happy.
Because we're thinking.
We're using
critical thinking. And remember to stop eating the chemicals.
Yes.
Stop taking the chemicals. Stop injecting the chemicals. Look, be clear. Stop being foggy-brained and join the group to save America, to save the world right now, because they're doing this in every country.
Yes, that's right. But they're not going to get away with it in the long run. But we want to speed it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Right?
We're done with that.
All right, you guys. How about till next time?
Next time, we'll talk about...
And where are we, by the way?
We're in Big Sur, California. Beautiful Big Sur. How do you like this?
I'll do a little round thing with the camera here. Here is Ragged Point, and I'm just going to go around and give you a panoramic, nice and slow so you don't get dizzy or anything, because that's what happens. So natural healing ninjas will be traveling to way beautiful places. And
that's another natural healing, is to visit places of nature.
Yes, that's a good point.
That's what we should be doing, is beautiful places of nature.
That's the healing.
Yes.
Either, from my opinion, people are going to go AI, the easy way, where someone else does it for them, but they'll have a master and they'll be slaves, or they'll go the natural way and they won't have any slavery, and then we're going to get to the same point.
Good Lord.
Which is happy, joyous, and freedom.
Yeah.
All right. Love life, and life will love you back. Bye-bye for now.
See you guys next time.
Okay.